Last week, I told you the Tallahassee Police Department will designate one officer to carry out immigration enforcement, and it's still a sore subject with neighbors. I'm Alberto Camargo in downtown Tallahassee as neighbors express their concerns that city police are involved with federal immigration enforcement. We learned more about how this developed and if anything can be done to reverse it.
People are upset, and they have the right at the very least to express that voice.
About 20 members of the Tallahassee Immigrant Rights Alliance spoke during public comment at the City Commission meeting. The TIRA is a new organization that was established in February as immigration enforcement started being carried out in our area. Their issue, the Tallahassee Police Department entering the 287G agreement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement to train its officers for ICE duties. Police Chief Lawrence Revell says he made the call to sign the agreement because he interpreted it to be a requirement.
And that's the bottom line here, is we're going to follow the law. We're going to do what we're required to do by statute and by executive order, and we're going to do our jobs. But we're not going to go out of our way to do something different than we've already been doing.
Several TIRA members argued that the state law signed by Governor DeSantis requires county sheriff's offices to enter this agreement, but not TPD.
Why on earth would you choose to cooperate with such a heinous violation of people's rights if you yourself do not believe in authoritarianism?
The law that has put all these agreements into motion, Senate Bill 2C, says, quote, state and local law enforcement agencies and any official responsible for directing or supervising such a law enforcement agency shall use best efforts to support the enforcement of federal immigration law. In terms of how this law is enforced, the bill goes on to say, quote, any executive or administrative state, county, or municipal officer who violates his or her duties under this chapter may be subject to action by the governor, including potential suspension from office. Revell said the training has not started and will not start until TPD receives the funding from ICE. TIRA member Isabella Casanova says TPD is rushing into the agreement.
They are jumping ahead to follow DeSantis's and Trump's demands or their agenda without needing to, and that's a betrayal of our communities.
Commissioner Jack Porter wanted to explore how the city could challenge the requirement of the 287G agreement in the courts, but the motion failed by a 3-2 vote. In downtown Tallahassee, Alberto Camargo, ABC 27.